We got Rico DiSciullo back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Montel Jackson at Dana White's Contender Series Week 1 on June 12th. Rico, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's good to talk to you. Now, what'd you get up to on Mother's Day today? I'm kind of catching you in the middle of the day, so I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, no worries. My girl's great. I was smart enough to make sure I took her out to brunch this morning, and got her a couple of things yesterday. So I was ahead of schedule. I didn't have to run around and do crazy stuff, but she's already taken care of, so she's happy.
That's awesome. Yeah, smart man. Got to do that early before the day really gets going. What did you have for brunch? Because I know you got this fight coming up. You probably can't indulge too much.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much. I had a couple of, like 2 eggs and some wheat toast.
Okay,
really.
good stuff.
She got my son had Mickey Mouse pancakes, and she had an omelet. So
You're putting in a good nomination there for Father's Day, getting the Mickey Mouse pancakes. That's a good call on that. Let's talk about Contender Series, man. How did you find out you were on the show? When did this sort of come together with you? Finding out you're on the show.
Well, a couple people kept just talking about it. Really, I don't know. It was kind of funny because it just kept, I feel like the buzz was in the air. Like people wanted to see me on the show and whatnot. People would be like, "Oh, you ever getting on Contender Series?" Blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, "It's not my choice, if the opportunity comes along, yeah." And I was actually talking about with my buddy. Went at the gym, and right when I came home, I took a shower. I was getting out of the shower, and I was like, I wonder what my next fight's going to be because I want something soon. As I'm getting out of the shower, my manager calls me, and he's like, "Hey, man, we got an opportunity to get on the Contender Series. You want to do it?" I was like, "Yes." I didn't even. He's like, "You worried about opponent, blah blah blah. Who's your opponent?" I'm like, "I don't care what it is, what's going on. Just give me the opportunity. Let's go." You know what I mean? I'm already okay in it. No matter who it is, what it is, let's go. So. I'm excited. I feel like I'm really ready for this opportunity, and can't wait to showcase what I've been, all the work I've been putting in.
Was it tough keeping it a secret? Because I know you couldn't say anything until it was official and everything like that. Was that difficult?
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew. I didn't really care. People close to me knew, what I mean?
Yeah.
I just couldn't put it on social media and stuff. So it's like I was just antsy to get in the gym and train and get ready for this. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited. It was a little hard to, I wanted to put it out there and stuff, tell people family and stuff that are out that I don't talk to on a regular basis that I get in touch with through social media and stuff. But, it's happening. So I'm not, I'm more excited,
And I know you were down in Vegas at the Performance Institute. How was that, getting to train down there and take advantage of those facilities?
It was cool. It was good. It was great. I had my buddy Charles Rosa, who's a UFC fighter. He went down there with me, and actually had a bunch of guys that were down there because one of my other buddies is on the series as well for the same night, Sean Lally. So I had a couple of my my coaches that, I work with anyway down there too. So we had a good little squad. So it was cool. I got to do, a little pad work, little bag work, this, that, whatever, just a little good warm workout over there too. They have a really awesome institute. The workout places, the facility's fantastic. They got a huge cage. They got a real nice strength and conditioning area that goes out to outside. So it's real nice. You know what I mean? You're half outside, half inside. You can do what you want. It's a really cool spot, but I was anxious just to come home and train. The whole day traveling just to get there to do that one day of work, which with the media stuff and the photos and things like that. And I was just like, man, I just want to get home and get to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was anxious, so it's I got a great schedule going on right now. I'm pretty much training 7 days a week. I'm doing everything right, eating right, just being real smart about my training. So I'm just excited to see what, how things are going to turn out and, how I'm going to perform,
How is Charles Rosa doing? I know he's been out with an injury. He had some rehab and everything. Is he expecting to return it, relatively soon?
I'm sure he'd like to come back as soon as possible, but he needs to take some time. He had, a neck fusion surgery, which is, it's a serious surgery, but it's also a surgery. I have had 3 or 4 of my teammates actually have had that similar surgery, and they've bounced back and done great, and they've really stressed, make sure your body's ready, but once it is, you're going to feel way better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just trying to make him chill out and really respect the physical therapy and kind of let his body, heal. There's no need to rush it. You just gotta, I'm sure he wants to be training already and this, that, whatever. But it's just about, letting your body heal and then slowly building back, and he'll be right back into it real soon. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better now. He's getting to that point now where he's like, all right, now I feel like I'm ready to train. I think he's going back to New York in a couple of days actually to get his, final result on, how long he has to wait to train. So I think he'll be back training couple weeks, really.
Great. Is he going to be in your corner for this fight? Because I know you corner him oftentimes when he fights.
Yeah, so it should be. It's most likely going to be him and my main coach, Mark Delgado.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Let's talk about Montel Jackson. 5-0 record, undefeated kid. How do you feel like you match up against him?
Truthfully, I feel like I match up pretty good against almost anybody if I'm on, so I don't really focus too much. I've told you this in the past. I don't really focus too much about, individuals, people that I'm fighting. I just make sure I check them out and I know like the base stuff. Like he's a southpaw, he's got a good wrestling pedigree. He's tall. He does certain things like, certain habits that he likes to do. And then after that, once I really break it down, that's it. I'm done. And it's about me getting better every day, because realistically, you gotta learn, you gotta be able to adapt and be ready for anything. You watch stuff on video and then you get in there and it's different. You're like, oh shit, what do I do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be ready for whatever. So nothing really surprises me and I'm just ready to go. And
as far as training camp, has it just been business as usual as far as, training partners and, the training and everything else?
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky. I get a lot of really good looks over at Sityodtong. So I've been working a lot with Dennis Paiva, who's a long, big, southpaw, good striker, good wrestler, very good. I feel like, a good look like Montel in a way,
Mm-hmm.
So, and I got a couple other good guys, Andreas Judy, he's another guy, big, strong, southpaw, good wrestling, good striking, So, I mean, I got a lot of good southpaws. I'm also working with my regular guys I do too, mixing in a little bit of everything, My strength and conditioning coach is really pushing me right now. So, and I'm staying real consistent. I'm lucky right now because I'm on the same page with all my coaches and everybody, so we're doing a really good job at pacing this camp out so I can I can peak at the right times. I'm really pushing myself, but I'm also not like overdoing it here or missing something here. I'm really trying to put it all together, and I feel like these past couple of years I've been getting really good at that.
How do you see this fight playing out on June 12th?
I think it's going to be an awesome fight. Like this is the type of fight I feel like could be like, if it was if it was for the UFC, like a contract fight, this is a fight of the night type of fight, because we both are aggressive strikers. We love to finish, we can pretty much take it anywhere. But I think that we're going to enjoy trying to finish each other standing up, or just finish each other regardless. I feel like this fight's going to probably end up a little everywhere at some point. I definitely think that, the first person that makes that big mistake is in big trouble. You know what I mean? We're both intelligent fighters that don't hesitate to, go for that kill, so it's going to make for fireworks and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Now, as far as, heading into this, some people, there's a little bit of added pressure, with being on the Contender Series. How much do you feel like your experience, not only competing for CES, which is on Access TV, but also just, cornering Charles in the past and his fights, how much is that sort of, going to help you in this experience on Contender Series?
Yeah, I honestly, I really do think it's, a bigger deal than I would have thought it would be because I'm so used to it now. I've cornered, like you said, fighters in the UFC a couple times at this point. I know what it takes, like that fight week, that all the media stuff that you go through while you're still cutting weight, still trying to do everything else, so not only that, I've been there, I've done that. I feel like the pressure type thing, that's every fight's kind of pressure, you're only as good as your last fight, you know what I mean? So I'm totally like accepting this whole experience. I'm kind of like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's a good feeling. Yeah, it's very freeing.
And it's like a relief in a way. It's like there were times where I used to fight like almost not to lose it in front of my hometown or this, that, whatever. And it's like you kind of shelled up a little bit or you get a little sloppy. Like I've been in this game long enough. This is like my 26th or 27th, fight with amateur and professional combined. So it's like I feel like I'm experienced at this point, and I'm really enjoying it. This past couple fights, I'm like, it was weird. My last fight I got in there, I was like, I'm either really too calm or I'm just where I have to be. You know what I mean? And it was more like, all right, I'm right where I have to be. I'm comfortable, so that comfort level is gonna, I think, make for me to see things a little clearer, a little faster, and not, hesitate and make the right decisions. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm right where I need to be at the right time. Everybody says this is my time, blah, blah, blah. I really believe like this is perfect opportunity, perfect time for me. So I'm excited.
What's on the docket these days with Netflix? I remember the last time I interviewed you, it was Trailer Park Boys. You were, still watching the replays and stuff. What's on? What are you watching these days?
Yeah, so there's this show. I forget what it's called. It's not even that. I forget what it's called. it's about this family in the '90s, like coming into America in the '90s. I just watched like the first
Oh,
episode.
fresh off the boat.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It seems pretty good. I mean, I literally only watched 1 or 2 episodes, but it was pretty funny, and it's about this Asian family.
Yeah,
Like
that's the show. Yeah, my wife
at it.
watches that. That's how I know the show. So
All right. Is it any good?
it
It
is,
seems
yeah.
like
It gets my attention, and then obviously all the references, like they're talking about like Super Nintendo and like Notorious B.I.G. and all this stuff. It's like I remember that growing up. So yeah, it's awesome.
another one that I fell in love with that I was like crazy about was Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I loved it. I loved it so much that I watched I kind of blasted out the second season, and I was so upset that it was over. So I didn't watch the very, very last episode. So I kept trying to watch it, and I was like, no, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready. So I actually watched it the other night, and I was like, wow, that was the best ending to the second season for that the way that show was going, how it could have ended. I was like, wow, I'm excited for for the next season.
And we're excited for this fight, man. It's Dana White's Contender Series coming up here June 12th. Rico, it's always good talking to you, man. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. And I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there. And you can find me on social media, just my name, Rico DiSciullo on Facebook, Rico DiSciullo on Twitter, same on Instagram. And I just want to give a shout-out to all my coaches at Sityodtong, Junico, and my strength and conditioning coach, Mike Perry. He's definitely helped me out big time. And I'm excited, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm ready to let these things loose.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.